First off, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here and making AVID what it is. And I want to thank my older brother for being here and my family, which they couldn't be here today because of my faults. Told them I was only speaking yesterday. And I also want to thank my AVID teacher, Miss Rudd, Miss Kennedy, and Miss T. Johnson. And without further ado, I want to begin. A man within. Rapid machine gun fire and explosives is the kind of environment I was exposed to at a very young age. Being born in a war-torn Bosnia surrounded my life with massive chaos. As a baby, my family struggled with finding enough food and a place to sleep in at night. There were no friendly neighbors or relatives to turn to for help. After all, everyone else struggled as well. With 2 children to raise and another one on the way, life became harder than just trying to escape the dangers of the war. Within a couple of years, things appeared to get better with the war, but my mother was still paranoid, which led us to move to the United States in September of 2000. Like many other immigrant families, mine fled to the U.S. for a better life. I was 7 when we made the move, so many details are lost to me. We had state agencies and friends in the U.S. help us buy plane tickets and find us housing. When we arrived, I remember my parents struggling to find employment and having a tough time learning English. We came here with very little money and only the clothes we were wearing. My parents still won't talk about why we left because of the hurt and pain they left behind. As a child, I didn't appreciate that great sacrifice they had made. And school was at the bottom of my list of priorities. In elementary school, I couldn't stay out of trouble. In the middle school, I was barely satisfied with doing the bare minimum just to get by. My complexity changed when I was exposed to AVID. Ms. Rudd taught the course, and of all my teachers, she was the only one who saw hidden potential in me. She explained that this program was for students like me, those who had the ability to do great things, but weren't. With her guidance and support, my life pieces started coming together, slowly. Through all the binder checks, notes, and tutorials, my grades skyrocketed, and by the end of freshman year, I was a new me. I was in the top 10% of my class, and college was the main thing on my radar. My junior year in AVID was one of my most significant years, and a year when I truly began to appreciate my AVID family. My best friend, Chris Hall, and I competed against each other academically to outrank each other. But in reality, we were all working towards the same goal, to be the best so that we could fulfill our college dreams. Keeping up with Chris and the rest of my AVID class was changing me and helping me find myself. I found out that I was really driven by competition, and for that reason, I succeeded. And it is because of this individual determination that we all had that I found the self-confidence I have now. Throughout these 4 years, I learned a lot about myself and where I come from. I lived a journey of change and acclimation with my biological family from my humble upbringing to where we stand now. But I also realized and appreciate what the AVID program did for me in just 4 short years. It opened my eyes to the true world of possibilities, and now I know that the so-called American dream that my parents have been in search of is merely within my reach if I so choose to take it. I used to be just a boy, scared to go outside, and even though the fear and dangers of the war have disappeared, I will always remember where I've come from and what my parents have sacrificed for me. And for that, I am forever in debt to them. But I thank God, Ms. Rudd, Chris, and AVID itself for helping to make me who I am today. A man who's ready to further educate myself and become a significant figure in this world. And ladies and gentlemen, I will not go out quietly. I will be heard because what I have to say matters. And none of this would be possible without Ms. Rudd, Chris, and AVID. And I wouldn't be where I am today. Still in the top 10% of my class, and standing here in front of you as a confident, bold individual who's ready to take life by the horns, or more specifically, the Longhorns at the University of Texas. Thank you.